Yeah, so I'm Kenton and I'm co-founder of Treeconomics, and we're an employee-owned social enterprise. And we work across the UK and beyond, really, with our mission and goal is about helping tree managers and communities, urban planners, developers, to look at trees as assets rather than liabilities, and to provide sustainable treescapes for everyone. And to do this, we work on a wide range of different urban forest assessment and management tools collaboratively, because the urban forest is a big thing. But today I want to focus on Exeter because that's where we're based. So just as a quick introduction to the benefits of trees, it's already been mentioned with nature-based solutions, and that's great, but there's sort of 20 distinct benefits or ecosystem services that trees can provide in our urban spaces. They're vital in creating better places to live and work. And critically, trees are able to provide all these things all at the same time and at very little cost. So not only do they look nice, we've already heard about the health and well-being benefits, journey quality, air pollution, removal, reduction in the urban heat island effect, and then things like improving restaurant patronage or concentration, and therefore GCSE results and work as well. So trees are very much our frontline defence, really, in the fight against climate change in our towns and cities. And it's where their benefits are even more exemplified, because that's where most of us live and work. But the reason we're around as Treeconomics is because there's a big problem in that urban forests are an overlooked and undervalued resource. I think trees are seen as being strong, resilient organisms that can just be bunged in the ground and left to get on with it. And that's a big shame, really. And as a consequence, we're losing urban trees at an alarming rate. 36 million urban trees are lost every single year in the United States alone. And just to put that into perspective, there's only 8 million trees in the whole of Greater London's urban forest. And this is at a time when we're all moving towards a more urbanised society. 70% by 2050. Of course, it's well above that in the UK already, it's over 80%. And 2/3 of the urban spaces where these people are going to live hasn't even been built yet. So we simply don't value our trees, and that's sad. In fact, 67% of urban forests and trees in the UK have no proactive management whatsoever. And this isn't Exeter, but it's why we end up with scenes like this, is because the trees, there's no investment in their aftercare, management and maintenance. So the solution as we see it is to value what trees are doing, value the services trees are providing. We know everything about the costs of trees, but not so much about the benefits. And actually, of those 20 benefits trees provide, we can quantify 5 or 6 of those and actually value 3 or 4 as well. So there's a lot more to do, but until we actually value those benefits, we can't have decent discussions with the decision makers or policy makers or politicians about trees to make sure they get put in the ground and that they grow as well to provide benefits. For example, our pilot project in Torbay, that helped the tree officer there get £25,000 into his tree planting budget in the year of the survey, and then in the following year as well. And also in Islington, we helped the Islington Council get £120,000 of community infrastructure levy money for tree planting and for tree management and maintenance. I mean, that's all well and good, but what about Exeter? And what we'd like to do is to take the 10 years of work we've done in places like London, Stockholm, Oxford, Amsterdam, Plymouth, Malmo. We'd like to put all that together in Exeter, really. And we have made a start. We've done a canopy cover assessment that we did with one of our interns, and that's been quoted in some of the council literature, which is great. And actually, Exeter's got some really good tree cover, and that's something to be applauded, I think, when we look at averages across the UK. But there's still more to be done, and it would be good to get an idea of what there is to manage that. So going forward, we've been working with Exeter City Futures on a satellite project with the Impact Lab. If you look at the picture on the right, that's Southwark, and that's really looking at prioritising where to plant trees, because we tend to plant trees in the areas that are easiest, but we don't necessarily want that. What we want is trees where they're going to make the biggest impact, in areas where there's high social deprivation, low canopy cover, high air pollution, because trees are great at filtering pollution, as are hedges and shrubs. But also we can look at the urban heat island effect and the index of multiple deprivation, and really get win-wins on tree planting and plant them where they're most needed. So our ask really is, we've started to build up this picture of what the data is in Exeter, and we'd really like to share that and for people to use it, because data on its own is pretty useless. And it's all about a collaborative urban forest that can grow and be a sustainable urban forest. So that's what we'd like to see, really, is a sustainable urban forest plan for Exeter. Thank you.